It's not a replay. It's another one. Everybody wanted me to come back after Duty Ron, Deneen, so here I am. How are you? Hello, everybody. Come on in. Oh, I'm going to turn on some air. I'm going to finish this cowl while we talk and probably move on to something else. So, hello, Jeannie, and Deneen is here. And Laura's back again. Hello, Candace. Hello, Sana. And yes, hello again. Hi, Rosie. Hello, Jean. Oh, yay. Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. I'm doing really good. I'm still kind of sore back in here. I had the last two repaired back in here, so I'm still sort of sore, but it's not bad. Hi, Kathy. Oh, Alicia B is back. Woo-hoo. What's everybody working on? I got my coffee in my new cup that Alicia B sent me with the closure. It's got the closure on the top. And then I got my Gatorade in this other one. I'm all set. I don't have my snacks. Y'all got some snacks? Looks like it. Looks like we're staying up for a little while anyway. Hi, Sharon. Hey. It's a cool cup. It really is. I saw you over there. I saw several of you over there at Duty Ron. Thank you for going over. Oh, doing a bod shawl. Which one? I know she's up late or she's up early, right? She's up early. Pepsi Max. She needs it to the max if she's up at this time of night because it's what, 3 a.m. over there? So what do you guys want to talk about? The easy shell one. Okay. I know. I am too. He's just a sweetheart. Him and Ed both. Big old hearts on them. He has great guests. Oh man. Hi Donna. Hey, we're glad to have you here. Come on in. So I discussed the Scott Peterson case earlier because he's kind of in the news again, but we can talk about whatever y'all want to. Oh my gosh, right in the middle. Everybody's calling you. Uh-huh. Yeah, what did you guys think about it? It was good. They did a great job of talking about that case. He was all over the Google Maps. Rosie's doing a baby blanket, and number 10, her 10th blanket, and drinking Diet Coke. Awesome. I've had to give up on showing you my hands with my phone because it just will not. Oh, nothing but love is here. Woo-hoo. So glad you came over. Yeah, I'm so glad you did. How sweet. I appreciate that. Yeah, that poor little girl. Only 10 years old. It's just awful. So glad you came over, Nothing But Love. That's amazing. Welcome to the She Shed. The yarn wall's over there. Oh, thank you. Oh, yes, you were telling us about your friend. Yeah, I remember now. It's wonderful you're making a blanket. It's going to be so nice. A nice comfort. Yes, Denise, that's right. I try to remember names, but I don't always remember them. Alicia B wants to claim this. She said she's going to claim this one. Hello, Mo. Good to see you. Hi, Maribel. I hated to stomp on old Miguel over there. He was having a great night. Spring. Do you like it? You like did she did a tutorial for that too, didn't she, Tammy? The Cinnamon Stitches Spring Fling t-shirt. Yes, I'm in my PJs. You asked for it. There you go. She's got the water. She's so good. She's way too good. Drinking water. Yeah. Awesome. The only thing I've made of hers has been her shawl so far. I have some other patterns of hers that I printed out, that I bought and printed out, cinnamon stitches, but I haven't done them yet. You live in your PJs? There you go. I have a sticker book that talks about working remotely, and it's got some really great stickers in there about working from home and working in your PJs. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Hold on. Everything is better in pajamas. Athleisure. Athleisure wear every day. Isn't it funny? Athleisure wear. I just think that's funny. Oh, good. Row 15 after 3 starts. Well, sometimes it's what it takes, but good job. I am so glad. I'm so glad I have inspired you. That's amazing. Hey, if I inspire one person, I'm happy. You know? Oh my goodness. Denise, you're going to get the dance. You're going to get a flashy dance. Thank you so much. That's so sweet of you. I really appreciate that. My goodness. Thank you so very much. Yes, she is awesome. I'm a thrower, Crafty. I'm a thrower. I know, 100 flash. I could do one more. It doesn't feel like it went long enough, does it? You do have lots and lots of love, and I can tell. I can tell. And I appreciate that. That's very, very sweet. Okay, what else is in the news? It seems like there's a whole bunch of cases that have had some new stuff coming up. Well, now I'm at a loss. She's got me flustered now. No, what is it? Premier Enchant? No, I haven't heard that one. Although I liked their active, the just active. I really like that one. Yeah, that poncho. I saw that poncho and I thought that would look. I just have so much going on right now. Extremely thin, glittery with sequins. Huh. Hey, there's Chelsea. Welcome back, hun. 429 yards. Sounds like a number one. Sounds like a number one yarn. Oh, gosh, I know. There's so much I want to do, too. So much. Southern Indiana. Unidentified child found in southern Indiana. I wonder, oh, well, I wish Lori were here. She could tell us more too, because that's in her neck of the woods. Does anybody know anything about this case? Hi, Cindy. How are you? Thanks for coming in. Let me see. Yeah, when did it happen? They're searching for the identity. Oh, that's April 19th, it looks like, about 10 days ago. Sellersburg, Indiana. As days tick by without the identification of a little boy found dead in southern Indiana, police have shared a striking new piece of information in the case. The boy's body was inside a closed hard-shell suitcase when it was found Saturday in a heavily wooded area, Indiana State Police announced Tuesday. "Welcome to fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada" was painted on the suitcase. An autopsy of the boy was completed Tuesday. No definitive cause of death. Results of the I think this is a new one, Alice. I have looked that one up though, that you're talking about. Results of toxicology are pending. The body was found in the 7,000 block of East Holder Road in Washington County, 70 miles south of Indianapolis, 25 miles northwest of Louisville. There is a chance the boy could be from another state. My goodness, they've got a picture of the suitcase. Believed to be 5 years old. He was found April 16th. So any information on this, you can call 1-888-437-6432. Nightbot is being mean. I'm sorry, Sana. Nightbot's just being mean. I have that turned off. I'll have to go and double check it. They think he died somewhere in the last week. Yes, it is. 200 calls from the public have been received at the national tip line. So again, that's 1-888-437-6432 if you have information. There's no match to anybody who is missing. Yeah. How sad not to even know who he is. Oh my goodness. Let me check Nightbot. I can check the settings real quick. Give me just 1 minute, guys. There we go. Should be okay now. Y'all should be okay now. I don't know why it was the one that was marked as excessive symbols. So no, nobody's reported him missing right now. Doesn't match anything so far. Yeah, it's sad that nobody knows who he is. 5 years old. They're saying he's definitely around 5 years old. Oh my gosh. But some of the things that we have been talking about, let me get my notes out, you guys. We can talk a little more about the Delphi murders if you wanted to, because we have not gone through and talked more about the things that have happened in that recently. Oh, I gotta show y'all what I got today. See, got my jammies on. Sorry about that. This is what I got today. Hi, HD. Thank you, Alicia B. So this is the Anne Rule book, and I will have to start reading it and taking notes before I can really talk about the book much. But this is the updated one with a new chapter and new photos. It says she was his friend and co-worker. She thought she knew him well, but she didn't know the monster within. The shattering true crime classic of The Stranger Beside Me. The shocking inside story of a serial killer, Ted Bundy. Yeah. The definitive works. The definitive work of American true crime from America's best true crime writer. This is Anne Rule back here. She's passed away now. So she knew him. Utterly unique in its astonishing intimacy, as jarringly frightening as when it first appeared, Anne Rule's The Stranger Beside Me defies our expectation that we would surely know if a monster lived among us, worked alongside of us, appeared as one of us. Exactly. Exactly. All true things. Hi, Carrie. All true things. So, let's see. Okay. So the new stuff about I know when you were smart but horrific. Can't judge a book by the cover. Exactly. Very well could be. Oh, you guys. I know what I need to tell you. So Mr. Fiber had jury duty this week. And it was a criminal case. Right here in our little county. So you guys want to hear about that? Because he was in court for 3 days. They finished in 3 days. So here's what happened. Last year sometime in the same town where my bank is, very close to there anyway, evidently there was a shooting. I never heard about it. So I did not know that there had been a shooting over there. Now, Mr. Fiber remembered hearing about it on Facebook, but he didn't know anything except there'd been a shooting. No, we don't know who it was, didn't know any information, nothing, just that there'd been a shooting. And hey, Miguel, I bet you are. Okay, Carrie. Carrie's probably laying down. She can't see the chat, but she's here. Thank you, hun. Hi, Jilly. So he gets over there and his boss had gone out of town, which meant that it would be him and the other guy who was working over there together. And so then he gets this jury duty. So the other guy had to be by himself at work. And so they were hoping, well, he'll get over there and he won't get picked, right? Well, he got picked. And it's that case. And he's like, oh, geez. I'm like, oh, wow. Lucky you. Me and the true crime stuff. Oh, lucky you. He's like, I know. Connected again. What can I say? It's all around me. No, it's not. It's not all around me. But okay, this is the first criminal case in our county in more than 10 years. Okay, it's been a long time. So they called, for example, about 300 people to come and be jurors, to go through them and get their jury pool. And he gets picked out of 300 people. He's like, I kind of look like her too, don't I? Now, my age being so young. And so I'm like, well, what's it all about? Do you know who they are? He's like, I can't tell you anything. And he wouldn't. He was very good. He did not tell me anything. So he gets home on Wednesday and they had finished, they had deliberated, they had finished and everything. He wasn't even late. They were done. I said, well, what did you do? And um, he said, we gave him the max. And I said, oh, wow. I said, murder? And he said, nope, nobody died. So nobody died in this one. Okay. Oh, thank you. I am very blessed with good hair. I am. And I said, so what happened? Well, it was a shooting, and it's not for the lack of trying to kill the guy. There was a young man, an older man, and a younger woman. And they were in a bit of a love triangle thing going on. Thing is, the older man didn't realize that this love triangle they were keeping secret from him. She had been in a relationship with the older man for a while, and he is supposedly kind of abusive, whatever. Well, she decided she wanted to get rid of him. They were about to go on hi Cheryl. They were about to go on a trip, like a family trip with their kids. Now get this. He decides, well, if they're going to go on a trip, then he needs some drugs, right? Because he's going to have a good time. Now, this guy who got shot is not an angel. He's the older guy. So they try to set up the girl, the younger woman, and the younger guy try to set up some sort of deal where the younger guy would sell him the drugs and then he would shoot him. So they actually were supposed to meet in the little town over where I went and got my Facebook Marketplace stuff. They were supposed to meet there, and they didn't meet there. They were supposed to meet in another place. They didn't get that done. So they wound up meeting over this next town, little town, because we've got a lot of little towns around us. Some of them even littler than what I'm in. And they meet out by the beer joint underneath the bridge. And the guy pulls up, the older guy, he pulls up. The younger guy doesn't even have a car. He's walking. Walks up and shoots into the car and shoots at him 8 shots at this guy. One of the bullets passed and lodges itself at the very back of his head, not through it, but like through the edge and lodges itself. No, that one went through, and the other one lodged down at the back of his head, and it fell out later. And then one went into his thigh, and he was lucky because it didn't go, it hit an artery. And the rest of them were in the seat, the door, the back, the window, all this stuff. And he takes off from the stop sign to go get away, and he wrecks the truck. Well, the young guy leaves, and he's on foot. The older guy wrecks the truck, and so now he's got to get a ride. So they're both calling the woman. The younger guy calls and tells her, well, I shot him, but I don't think I killed him. And then the older guy's calling her and saying, you got to come get me. I've just been shot. Can you imagine? I know. But can you imagine? Now get this. And he said that the cell phone records that they shared, that they went over for testimony and evidence, was like a comedy of errors. It was like unbelievable listening to their cell phone records. That back and forth. And this gal was paying the young guy for an apartment for him, so that she could go over there and have this affair with him. And they're like, but after the kids were asleep, because, you know, we're trying to be discreet. And the young guy was trying to meet this guy um, to make this drug deal so he could shoot him, right? He had her car because he didn't have a car. He gets back and he parks her car behind the other guys, the older guys, behind his truck. So the older guy gets in the car that the young guy who's going to try to kill him has just been driving all day to make this drug deal. He gets in that car to go meet this young guy to get the drugs. Oh my gosh. What crazy. 3 very stupid idiot people. Now, they gave him 20 years for each offense. So it would be attempted, no, it wasn't attempted murder, it was, I'm not sure, but they got two at 20 years, and then 10,000. I know you can't make this stuff up. I know. Can you imagine? I, I'm laughing because, are you kidding? Hey, how are you, Marianne? Good to see you. That is some crazy stuff. And it's right here. I just can't imagine. So yeah, that's what happened in our neck of the woods. Mr. Fiber comes home and he's like, "Oh my gosh." And he couldn't say anything. All this was, he was in court listening to all this, and he couldn't tell me anything. And okay, I I'm thinking they were, at least some of it, probably going, "Really?" Right? I didn't ask him that. However, get this, the older man who got shot grubbed my neighbor Jerry, who helped us with the cows, grubbed his field over here. Now, grubbing means that he used some equipment to pull the mesquite and stuff out of the field. Grubbed it. Yeah, right across the dirt road from me. Craziness. So yeah, y'all are probably gonna go, whoa, what is the next case Jill's gonna be next to? Well, there you go. Right here. Oh, I know that that look, right? What the? We could have a, yeah, let's have a stupid criminal night, because that's 3 stupid people for sure. Ugh. Yeah, and Alicia B got jury duty too, but she doesn't go in for a while. He's already done. So Mr. Fiber's pretty tired, because that meant he's been up early every day this week for his uh for his week, and he has to be up again early tomorrow morning. He's pretty tired. He will probably wind up taking a nap when he gets home tomorrow. Hi, Denise. You've never been on a jury? So my closest one, now y'all are going to laugh because of all these cases, but my closest one was grew up in the city down the road. Yeah, pretty close to where you are, right? I was chosen for jury duty. We made it through the picking process, so I was picked to be on the jury. The day that we were supposed to start, we filed into the courtroom, and I was like right up front. They put me right up front, and we all stood up, and then the judge came in, all that stuff, right? We sat down, and the judge says, "Okay, we have a mistrial." And we're all thinking, we haven't even started yet. They called a mistrial. They'd already had a little meeting between all of them, and they called a mistrial because the guy got led in front of us and a bunch of us jurors, because the courthouse, the way it was situated, they had to bring him past us, and he was in his orange suit and his chains and stuff, and that was prejudicial. So I didn't even get to serve. I mean, that was it. That was the whole thing. Oh my goodness. You are close. Hey, Donna. I was on a federal jury for about 10 years ago, and it lasted a week. Wow, federal. Ooh. See, that's how I felt. I mean, I actually got to go get in my chair, but we didn't do anything. And then I was picked here um, for grand jury, but only as an alternate, so I never had to serve. But I was on the grand jury as an alternate. And that's it for me. That's all I've done. How are you, Donna? I know Donna's killing us. All the new yarn keeps coming out. Dag burn it. Mistrial once because the co-defendant rolled on her boyfriend at lunch and he ran off. My goodness. So yeah, that's our trial story here. And I knew that, that he was going to eventually tell me what was going on. All I knew is that it was a shooting. Oh, Dooney Ron's here. Woohoo! Look at that. Dooney Ron is here. He gets a dance. Thank you so much. Thank you. I got my package from you, and I cannot wait. I'm thinking I'm going to be really, really safe when I put these on my car. These are going to be great. I can put them on my windshield and be like, ooh, leave her alone. On the no hitter. What? What is that? What are we talking about? Oh, it would be very, very hard. That would be really hard. Yeah. Yes, they're wonderful. That was quite a surprise. Thank you. And I already gave one of the bracelets away earlier tonight. So, oh, the Mets pitched a no-hitter. I see. There were several of us that were in your live earlier today. Yep, we sure were. Well, earlier this evening. I know it would be hard. Wouldn't that be hard? Did you hear me talk about Mr. Fiber being in court this week? It was a comedy of errors, let me tell you. Mm-mm-mm. It was something. You'll have to go back and watch. Yeah, you're welcome. Been on the jury twice. Oh my gosh. One was a grand jury, and a guy was charged with statutory rape of his niece. Oh, he taped it. Oh. Yet she was here. She came and she left me a super chat. So sweet of her. I spoke about the Scott Peterson case earlier tonight, and tonight is just whatever we want to talk about because everybody was like, "Let's have a pajama party. Come back later." I'm like, "Okay." Crime all the time. Yep. Yep. Mr. Fiber said they all said that on the jury that they wanted to do the max because they wanted to say, "Don't mess around here. Not here. We're not putting up with it. Not in this county." That was the consensus with the jury he was on. So that was good to hear. Good to hear that everybody and the woman, she would have been charged in this, you guys, except she pled out, and we don't know how many years she got. That some of them were saying that she might have got like 5 years for pleading out, and she planned the whole thing. Yep, Sana is here. Got lots of good people here tonight. Oh yeah, that one was. That guy is that Richard Ramirez. Oh, just his face, just his face is just evil, evil face. That guy was every kind of evil and weird, you know, evil and weird all at the same time. And ooh, yeah, that guy was really pure evil, through and through. Absolutely. Did they? Now, the documentary you guys are all talking about, was that Netflix or on? Do you know which network it would have been? That may be farther back. I haven't been watching them all that long, so that may have been farther back when they did him. I'll have to look that up. Yes, Jeannie. Russ Hamilton was I forget what that is. CO. Oh gosh. So that's it. Was that in Colorado? No, that was California, right? Wasn't that California, Cheryl? The Ramirez case? I'm trying to remember now. It's been a long time since I have watched stuff on him um but it's been a while. Yeah, California. Okay. Thank you, Chels. Correction officer. I should have been able to get that. Okay, Duty Ron, thank you so much. And thank you for my gifts. I appreciate that. And thanks for coming by and for the super chat. I appreciate it. I bet you are. I figured you were going to bed earlier. You take care. We'll see you again soon. Everybody's telling you good night. Yeah, Richard Ramirez. I'm trying to remember. Was he Night Stalker? Is that what they called him? Night Stalker? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. You have a good night. Sleep well. Know that we all love you. Yeah, he wanted some more flash. Hey, Lori. I know. And don't overdo it. You just go on. We got this. We're okay. Thank you for coming and saying hello. Yeah, he was Night Stalker. That's what I was thinking. Sure, just yeah, you could probably put that in there. I'm just trying to remember where I saw. Hi, Sherry. And for those of you that are wondering, Cerberus is doing better. Uh, I'm still giving him. I gave him meds again this evening. Tomorrow, I'm probably not going to give him any more painkillers because he's doing a lot better. And they said the doctor said just for a couple days anyway, just to kind of get him moving and not in any pain. And then he's getting the anti-inflammatory twice a day. I usually give him once a day, but he's getting it twice a day. So, and I'll do that for the next couple of days, and then he'll go back to his regular schedule. But he's going outside, and so basically he pulled, but he didn't tear it, but it's kind of like the ACL in your knee, but they call it a CCL in dogs. And I don't remember what that's called, but um, cranial something. And what he did is he pulled it. He didn't tear it, so he didn't need surgery. Hey, Frozen. Oh, it might have. I don't know. Well, it's okay. Thank you for trying. Matter of fact, you may not be able to do that unless you are a moderator, and I didn't think about that. Sorry. So the way he got hurt is that he was chasing a possum. And we've got some cars parked out here. Well, the possum was under the car. And what he did was, trying to get up under the car, he splayed his legs out, back behind him like that, and pulled. And he had full adrenaline going and probably did it really fast and all those things. So, thank you, Alicia. So he probably didn't even feel it when he did it. And he came in the house and he didn't even complain or anything when he walked in. And he laid down for a little while, and I'm like, oh, he's tired because he's been out running around doing all that stuff. He went to get up and started screaming. So I was like, oh. So I just kept him here in the she shed until the next morning, thinking that he would, maybe rest. And I got up and took him to the vet, and that was Thursday morning, yesterday. Yeah, I know. All that adrenaline, he was just full on. Full on. We can't get Duke to engage. Duke will bark. He will let us know when stuff is here, but he doesn't engage at stuff. This guy, let me have it. he's all over it. But he's okay. He's done really, really, really good today. So I think I can not have to give him any more painkillers. But we'll keep him on the anti-inflammatories. They help a lot. He will probably have to have surgery later on, but not now. So he'll be all right. I knew he had issues when I got him. Okay, now Night Stalker, that was I'm trying to think, was that 70s maybe? The Night Stalker? I'm thinking it was. Like late 70s, right? Thank you, Sana. He's okay. He's doing okay. We just have to watch him. I mean, he would make a great outside dog, but with his back legs the way they are, we just can't do that because he would hurt himself just like he did. 1985. Huh. I don't know why I was thinking that was earlier than that. Okay. I should have got that from what you said, Cheryl, but I didn't. Oh, cool. That's awesome. So I'm wondering, the Delphi case. That's what I was going to say. We were going to talk about what's been going on with that. So I haven't said a whole lot about the new stuff that's come out because because I'm not really sure how much it is tied to the actual murder of the girls. But they're wanting to say, let me get back to I have some notes here somewhere. So they're wanting to say that Keegan Kline is that Keegan Kline is connected. So, have you guys heard about the connection between Keegan Kline and his father, Tony, to the Delphi murders? I'm skeptical too. I am too. The reason is I feel like now one of the podcasts that's talked a lot about it is the Murder Sheet. They're called the Murder Sheet. And they've done quite a bit of interviews and some other things tied to Keegan Kline. And I agree that Keegan Kline and his father Tony are some very, very messed up people. And something should be done about them. Now Keegan Kline is in jail. And here's how they're trying to connect him. And he is connected to the girls because he had a social media account called Anthony Shots. And on this social media account, he had spoken to Libby. I think that, again, I think they're journalists, Alicia. I believe they're journalists. So they have not yet identified Bridge Guy. So they can't have tied him to that account because they have not identified him. So we don't know that. We don't know that. But the premise here, all of the stuff going on, the facts are that the account called Anthony Shots spoke to Libby, one of the girls. They had messaged that day. So that's the connection. And that account, they are saying, was being used by both Keegan Kline and his father, Tony. Now, they pulled Keegan Kline into jail for, and we're going to say it this way, CP. C being child. Now, I have to be careful about some of the words, you guys, so I may use code words on some things that I'm talking about, because when it gets into that, then it gets really, even Duty Ron had to use the trigger warning words and all of those things, because the YouTube will really give us a hard time about it. But that's the facts about the case with Keegan Kline. Now, everybody who has seen all of this stuff with Keegan Kline are trying to say, well, it has to be him. But listen, this far out, they have him in jail. They have not arrested his father. They've not arrested him for it. They've not done any of that. So I'm really having a hard time understanding how anybody can actually think that it's them until the officials do something about it. Why wouldn't they? Right. They actually had another guy too, but they didn't charge him. I saw something recently where they actually had another guy before Keegan Kline and Tony came up. They had another guy, and or maybe after. I don't know exactly what the time frame was. Yeah, they've had leads, and they've checked everything out, but So far, they haven't arrested anybody. Hi, Lisa. Come on in. Oh, tornado warnings. Oh, I'm glad you're okay. They had warned us that we might get some weather tonight, but it didn't get here. Well, there's really not a lot of evidence, though. Okay? They have the video from the girls. They do have physical evidence. Okay? So they have said they have that. They have DNA. Well, if they have DNA and they haven't arrested anybody for it, they obviously don't think that they have the right guy yet. Yeah, that's what they were kind of, but it's just over and over again. It's just a walk over. I mean, they don't really show him really walking. And he's on this bridge that is like, uh, you have to watch your feet or else you'll fall through. Wow, I bet that was something, Lisa. Gosh. Yes, they've kept the autopsy close to the, no, nothing has come out with that. Oh, you got the wind. Woo. Yes, we're glad you're okay. Glad you are safe. So I did want to touch on that because someone had said something to me about it when we were talking about the Delphi case, and I wanted to make sure that, and is everybody familiar with the Delphi case? Because you can go back and watch, it's in my playlist where we talked about it. I did quite a bit of research on that one. Yeah. I feel like in that case, I feel like they have all this stuff and they're ready whenever they get a match for it, and then we'll know. That's what it feels like. And that's what they've said. They've said that. Oh, thank you, Joan. Right. That's another thing about it is the FBI is involved in this one and they're not saying anything either. Now, if the FBI has done their due diligence, then they're waiting. Because it's just like we were talking the other day about the Barry Morphew thing. They let him go because they didn't have enough to actually convict him. They need more. When they get more, then they'll do it. So, they really need to have, they got to, it's just like Duty Ron says, they got to dot their I's and cross their T's and all that stuff, because if they don't have enough to convict, they really cannot arrest people. Yeah, I feel like they could have done something else. Like, but we don't know what they have either. But I mean, I just feel like they could do something to say, just a little bit of something. Because what they didn't do anything to me. It really didn't. It just didn't feel like it just wasn't enough for people to have to go on. And people want to help. And they got a lot of leads. They got a lot of tips. I don't know if it led to anything, But they did get a lot of tips, and they're still getting tips. But anyway, that's the Delphi thing. I just wanted to touch on that. Yeah. Yep. I agree. I wish he could come back and do his channel again, but oh well. Got to work. He's got to work. He's got to feed his family. And we were talking about the Peterson cases earlier too, and that was Scott Peterson, Michael Peterson, and Drew Peterson. And I have got to do some research on Drew Peterson. But Michael Peterson, I watched The Staircase and I did more research, and you know, that's what squirrely dude. Very, very good at lying. He will nearly make you believe him, Michael Peterson will. Really, really make you. And you know, sometimes it's like when they do these documentaries, you almost feel like it hurts. I'd rather watch the trial cases because that's actual what happened as it went along. Oh, you can help me with the Drew one? Okay. Okay. We'll have to talk about that one. But it was almost like they really wanted him to not be guilty, the documentary. I hate it when they do it that way, where it shows their bias. I know. Yeah, and that's right. I was very diligent with mine too. And we want to talk a little bit about being safe also. Alicia B and I have been talking about that, and Chelsea and I have been talking about that, and a lot of other people have expressed a lot of interest in that. And so, you know, it's important to be aware of your surroundings. Always be aware of your surroundings, no matter where you are, and tell people where you're going. When I went to pick up that stuff from out of town, I told Alicia B where I was going, and oh, hey, Jeannie. Aw, how are you? Thank you very much. That's Proverbs 31 is Jeannie. You get a dance, girl. Thank you so very much. I appreciate that. Wow, what a night. Oh, well, I'm here. I'm here lots tonight. What are you working on? Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. Thank you. That's very sweet. I appreciate that. Hey, look, it matches. Yeah, it's been a busy day. It's been a busy week this week. And then tomorrow we have the premiere. Tomorrow is the premiere of clue number 2 of the shawl with Chelsea. It does match, doesn't it? It's fun. Okay, I am Casting off, you guys. I'm going to cast it off and be done. Oh, Chelsea's had a long one too. Thank you. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Jeannie. We hate bad news. We hate bad news. I'm going to do another hat. I haven't started it yet. I want to do it in, I have one color of purple, you guys. Hold on. Okay, I'm thinking the Knox hat, I'm supposed to do a hat and a cowl. And I'm thinking I'm going to use this purple. It's called Freesia. It's Brava Sport, and it's called Freesia. Yes, you guys, we can put hugs and hands in the chat for Jeannie, please. That's what we've been doing we've been sending hugs. That's right, you're a purple girl too. Lots of purple girls. I know the Brava is so nice, you guys. I'd like to have a barrel of these. It does have Chelsea written all over it. Well, Chelsea's getting the other one in her dish mat, but I can't decide whether I want to do white, do the hat in this, and do white, or what. I also have like a pink with speckles. I wonder if I should do that. Should I do the pink? Let me get it. Hold on. Y'all can't make a decision if I don't show it to you. Oh. I had two that are really close together. This one is called Rosebud Speckle. And then this one is called Cherry Speckle. And I think it's just a little bit pinker. So I'm kind of thinking about the whitish, the more white looking one. And this is the Cherry Speckle. See how this one's a little bit lighter? I do have one that's kind of not, it's not teal though. I'm sure I do. I'll have to look harder. But I was kind of thinking these two together. But I'm doing my hat, Donna, with the paws. So this would be the hat and this would be the paws. But I need to do a hat and a cowl. So whatever I do, they need to all intermix because I'm not sure, these three would be enough. So I could take what's left of this after the hat and use it for the paws on and do the cowl this way. That's kind of what I'm thinking around along those lines. Yeah. Well, the reason okay, so here's the reason I wanted to do the purple is because it's going to be sent to Rose at Rose Likes Crochet for wings. And the wings it's purple and Rose likes purple. So that's why I was wanting to do it in the purple colors. So that's the reason behind that. Are you talking about Alicia's hat? It turned out really good. It was white with pink. I could do purple and teal. I'll have to look and see what I've got over there. And I know I've got teal, but I definitely could do the purple and then put teal paws, and then reverse it. Sure, I could do that because I like to do things for the domestic violence myself, and I started to talk about this the other day. However, I didn't get it done. I didn't finish saying what I was going to say, and that is I use for on Amazon. I use Amazon Smile, and a portion of everything that I buy goes to the women's shelter here in Wichita Falls. Hi, Sue. Yeah, it would. It would, but I'm someone asked me to make my hat and cowl to send to her. And I want to do it in the worsted because that would be faster. That's for sure. I got lots of teal and other weights for sure. I'm casting off, you guys. Let's see. Can y'all see? Casting off. Yes, they requested that I do my pattern. Good night, Jeannie. Have a good night. I'm glad you were here for all of it. But some of the cases that I have researched are that I have looked up because you guys have asked for. Haley Cummings. Now, uh, this one is this one's by Addie Clicks. Haley Cummings, you guys have asked about that, and I have looked for it, and I found some stuff. And this was in Jackson, Florida, Putnam County. She was 5 years old when she disappeared February 10th of 2009 from her bed. And the one I found was from 2021, and she would have been 18 years old. So that's one of the ones that I wanted to. Oh, it's okay. Yeah. The fruit sock. Oh, in the banana color. Man, I love all of them. I really resisted on that one. I will eventually get to them. Oh, okay. So I did look that one up. Um, Alice was talking about the one in the girl in the suitcase, her name was Sandra Cantu, and I have found some information on her, so I'm working on that one. The Stephanie Lazarus case looks really interesting. How much have you guys heard about that one? You heard anything about the Stephanie uh, on Premiere? Yours is on its way. The Premiere fruit yarn. That's what we're calling it. We're calling it the fruit yarn. I don't know what they're calling it. Yeah, she's really an oddball, isn't she? That Stephanie Lazarus. The John Bonet case. Man, that one's tough. I don't know. That's really some hooky stuff going on that one. And they're holding that one really close to their chest too. You know, they never have really found out anything. They had a lot of evidence, a lot of things, and they haven't. Nope, nobody went to jail for that one. Hi, Amanda. She's cray cray, isn't she? Stephanie Lazarus. Oh, did they? They did her too? Man, they've done everybody, haven't they? Good to see you again. He did a statement analysis. Okay, now what is that? A statement analysis. So he analyzed the statements that the everybody in the case gave their statements from the investigation. Is that what that means? The police interrogation of Stephanie Lazarus is funny. God did not give her good tendons on the back of her eyeballs because they almost spin like a lot machine with, oh gosh. Wow. Looking at the words. Oh. Hi, Kimberly. Good to see you. Interesting. There's Cerberus. Coming up here, Bubby. Yes, I'm back on again. I did bookmark his channel, but I still haven't gone over and listened to any of his stuff, but I need to do that, don't I? Getting another toy. We really need to go through that toy box because he's got tons of toys over there, don't you? Okay, I'll look at that later, Chels. How are you, Joyce? What you doing? I am casting off. Oops. Oh, don't tangle on me. What are you up to, Kimberly? What are you doing? You're up late too. Everybody wanted me to come back on tonight. I was on earlier and they were like, let's come back on. Okay. So here we are talking about crime. Oh, yes. I keep saying I'm going to make a basket for Serbs But now I'm thinking, oh, he wants a squeaker for sure. Now I'm thinking I'm going to make him, when I get through with Chelsea's dish mat, I will make mats for both boys. Mystery Knit Along with Rami Hill. Oh, she's got some great patterns. Oh, do you like it? I think people do like my lives. I think they do. They seem to anyway. I need to do one from over there either one morning or one night. Oh shoot, I dropped a stitch. Yikes. Hold on. Hold on. I need a crochet hook. Sorry, buddy. Where's your boy? Oh, I know it. Oh, I know it. Hey, Mrs. Kelly. We are back. Y'all talk amongst yourselves for 1 second while I get this stitch back up here. You coming up, Bubby? Oh, what? Uh-oh. I know that now. I know that sound. Maybe he can hold it. Okay, I got it. Whew. Got it. Oh, good. Oh, Kimberly, what's going on? Well, we're sending you some hugs and hoping that she gets better really, really, really soon. And I know that it's not easy. It is not easy. Yes. We've been sending everybody hugs and prayers and positive thoughts and everything we can tonight. So for personal safety, here's the thing. We started talking a lot about this during the Naomi Irion case, and that is you have to pay attention when you're sitting in a parking lot and you're all by yourself. No matter what time of day it is, it doesn't matter what time of day it is. Do not have yourself buried in your phone and you're not looking around. Keep your eyes on a swivel, you guys. Be sure you're keeping an eye on, make sure your car doors are not only locked, but that you really want to be in a place that is busier if you can. And again, don't bury yourself in your phone. Also, when you're out and about, pay attention. And if you're in a store, you need to be watching the other people and make eye contact with those people, because making eye contact causes people to know that you see them. And a lot of times, somebody who has a bad intention will prey upon those who are not paying attention. So if you make contact, then they now know that you've seen them and you're paying attention. Yes, you can back into the spot where you can, and I do that when I go overnight and it's like hotels and stuff. I back into it. I don't park front ways. I back into my spots, even with service with me. Oh, and that's another thing we were talking about, and that is like in a hotel and stuff, or anywhere that you need to get in an elevator. Do not get into an elevator with anyone by yourself. Here's what you do. If they get in and you're by yourself, so it's just going to be the two of you, you say, "Oh, shoot, I forgot something," and you go back out. And when you go back out, don't go to your room because you don't want them to know what room you're in. That's the kind of thing you do. Yep. Look like you will put up a fight. Alicia B has done a lot of research on this, and we have been talking about we need to do more, talking more about this stuff. But you be sure you're taking care of yourself too, Kimberly, because it is not easy taking care of someone either. It's hard on the person who is sick, but it's also hard on those that are taking care of them. So you be sure and take good care of you. Make sure you're getting enough rest, most of all. Yes, I was wanting to order one of those. So it's a device that you put and it'll go under, because you put the latch and everything, but the thing is they can break that, and people can get pass keys and all that kind of stuff. That's the problem with the electronic. So that deal that she's talking about, where you put it up underneath the door, where they can't open it with the pass key, they can't get it open. And I'm going to order one of those before I go anywhere next time. You can do that at home too. Tell me what, Miss Kelly? Mrs. Kelly, what you gonna tell me? You're welcome, Kimberly. You do. You have to take care of you too. Oh, Amanda says, I was just a smart final was standing by the meat at the back of the store. There was an emergency exit or a crazy man on drugs ran past stealing. Wow. You were alone back there when he went past you? That is scary. So did he come through that emergency door past you? Usually we look for those emergency doors so we can go that way. Two streets with the same name, but one is downtown and the other is up. The downtown location is a foreign affairs law firm. They GPS and they find your house. They find your house. Oh, gosh. No, the hotel room safe model. Get a code to open it. Mrs. Kelly, I'm scared for you now. You need to put that thing on your door. You need to have your doors locked and put that thing on your door so they can't do that. Good Lord. Now you're worrying me. Well, girl, you gotta take it all into your hands now. Hi, Tiffany. Oh, see, I didn't even pick that up. She says, don't use the safe because they're not safe. Okay, thank you. Thanks for clarifying that for Empty over here. You know, Empty? Gosh. Okay, Donna, thank you so much for coming in. I'm glad you got to spend some time with us. Okay, Donna, I've been dropping your link, but you guys, if you will please go over, if you haven't already, and subscribe to Donna. Did I get it in there? Oh, there we go. Please go subscribe to Amber and Donna. I hope I did that right. There it is. If y'all would go and subscribe to them, and they're going to have a podcast tomorrow, and they're going to show all their new yarn that they put in their shops. And Amber is the one, Donna's daughter Amber is the one who did my yarn for my shop. So you have a good night, Donna. We love you and we love your yarn. Yeah, not only are they criminals, but oh gosh. Oh, you're welcome. Oh, that's worrying me. We're gonna have to send you one of them devices. Yes, it's on the way. I sent it. All of the orders that I got on Wednesday night went out Thursday. And the last time I checked, I didn't have any orders today. So this is a cowl, and I am casting off. I know. I'm telling you, it's beautiful stuff. Their whole family is very, very talented. Very talented. I still need to order some of her niece's yarn for your can of mace. Man, I would be macing everybody. I don't care who you are, you're getting maced. You won't be coming in here again. It is bright. This is that Advent yarn that I had. So I used the minis. I have about, I want to say I have about half of it left, to be honest. So, oh, thank you, Kimberly. I try to ship as fast as I can. I try to do my shop update on a day where I can, like if they order that day, then I can get it out the next day. But if you order on a Friday, it's not going to go out until Monday because my post office is closed on the weekend. Well, earlier today, Kimberly, this is my second live today, and in my first one, we talked about Scott Peterson. And tonight we've been just talking about whatever. Just whatever. Whatever strikes our fancy. Yeah, at least she's carrying mace. Whew. I wonder, are all mace, she's talking about a cover for her mace, are all the about the same size? Uh, I do leave here. When I have to go to the bathroom and get something to eat and go to bed. I don't sleep in the she shed, but I could. Yes, Scott Peterson. That's what we talked about earlier today on my first live. And everybody wanted to come back tonight. And I'm determined to cast all this off. Typically the same size. Huh. Okay. Should do it in these colors. Hot. Um, I had forgotten the story, Alicia B. I forgot the story. Yeah, Chelsea slept in the she shed. She has. Chelsea has. And Solomon and Oliver and Carrie and Sailor. At least Sailor. I think Carrie and Sailor slept out here together. Good night, Joan. You get some rest and take good care. Thanks for coming back. I can't remember it, Alicia. Sorry. It escapes me at the moment. I just can't remember it. Oh, that's right. Yes. Now I remember. Yeah. That was the one. Yes, Cindy. I think there was another Cindy here. Is she still here? Okay, Mrs. Kelly, you be safe out there. My goodness, I'm worried about you. So, Alicia's friend, this guy was we were talking about elevators, and this guy was on the elevator with her, right? And she gets off the elevator, and they go to he follows her to her. Did they say he was going to walk her to her room? And she does, and next thing you know, the guy she gets up, and this guy has slipped a note under her door. So here, that was another thing, was if you feel uncomfortable, you feel like people know, somebody has followed you, something like that, you need to let the desk know, the front desk, and get a different room. Just get a different room. That way they don't know where you are, or get a different hotel. Yeah, yeah. Followed her and then slipped something under the door. And she looked him up. They didn't she say they somehow they looked him up or whatever? I don't know. I can't remember the whole thing. It was very creepy though. I'm almost done. So one of the things that you can do is to have, if you don't want to carry an actual like weapon. And I've done this, but you can get a sock and put a couple of very hard rocks or anything hard in the sock that you can swing. Oh, from the phone number. Okay. Yeah. See? Told you I didn't remember. I mean, I remember talking about it, but I couldn't remember the story. Yep. Put something in there. And if you don't have mace, you can, if you have a can of bug spray, that'll make the eye sting for sure. Just make sure it's down where, yeah, bars of soap like in prison. Absolutely, that's exactly right. Yep. And your keys can be a weapon. You hold your keys in your hand and have a key sticking out when you're walking. That way, in case you need to, your keys can be a weapon. Um, that's right. Kick them. It is. That's why you need to be thinking about it and talking about it now, and not making yourself upset about it. You don't want to be stressed about it all the time. Just be aware. Go from being aware, being stressed or worried or scared to aware, to looking around and always being aware is a huge step. But yes, kick them anywhere you can. You can use rolls of quarters. Yep. Oh, is Sona still here? Uh-oh. Yeah, that the goal is not to leave with them if at all possible. Yep. My gosh, you guys, I can't believe these encounters you've had. Oh my gosh, I'm scared. Jeez. Oh, y'all lock your doors. Lock and block. Lock and block them doors. Yep, whenever you can. And it's always a good idea to have your phone, but not be on it. And I carry, Jilly M gave me a purse that goes here, and I have my big purse, but all of my important, like, credit card money, that kind of stuff, is all in the smaller crossover bag. And I can put that on, and I can hook my keys to it, or I can put I like to wear the pants I like to wear have pockets in them. That way I can put my phone and my keys in my pocket and have them right there. And I do that even when I'm gassing up. Even when I'm gassing up. And I lock my door when I gas up. But I don't have, like, Chelsea's got kids, and it's hard for her to, to lock the door. Um, but if you can lock the door, I would. Yeah, don't look down. Keep your, well, it's, the older you are, it is really hard not to look at your feet. Just saying, it is a thing, okay? But try to look around. If you do have to look, see what you're going, look back up, make sure you're looking up. Don't look down the whole time. Absolutely. Yes, if you are going to have people in your house working on things, do not be alone when they come. Plumbers, electricians, um, the guy that services the air conditioner, any of that kind of stuff. Be sure to have, well, Bubby, What is it? It's over there whining. Oh, so you get in the car and lock it instead of standing next to it. That's another way to do it, for sure. Oh, no. Oh, it's just one of those circumstances then. I bet it did. I bet that did freak you out, chasing you. Yes, and what was it? You can you can call you can call people, or what, when they show up, and then okay, he's here, and then take your phone and take a picture of the license plate. Take a picture of his license plate before you allow him in the house, or his driver's license. And if he's not okay with that, he doesn't come inside. A dog is great. You know, Cerberus is a big sweetheart, but ain't nobody knows that. Yes, having a dog is a good idea. Oh, you've got a Rottweiler. Oh, yes. You call your brother and let him know that you're home. Yep. It's a good idea too, to make sure that people know where you are, that you don't just, just, you don't want to tell people online where you're going, but letting people on your contacts, someone in your family, know what you're doing. Mr. Fiber and I always know where each other is. We never do anything where, well, I'm going to go off and do this. I tell him, okay, I'm going here or there. I always let everybody know where I'm at. Somebody is going to, if I'm not at home, somebody's going to know where I am. Yeah, their company ID and the license plate, and text it to your friends and let them know that you're doing, and let the guy that's there, let them know that's what you're doing. Sometimes an ankle biter, I call that an ankle biter. Sometimes they can be just as scary. They can be just as scary. And the good thing about little dogs is they do alert you when there's somebody. Every little creak, they usually are telling you. See, they usually have quite an attitude, the smaller dogs. Hi, Starla. hmm And the other thing that we've been talking about with all the stuff that's going on, with all the kids and all the things is, anymore, you really can't be afraid to tell people when you see something. If you see something that's not right, you really need to say something, because it probably isn't. And it's better to be safe than sorry. Now, I wouldn't want to go and get my neighbor in trouble for no reason. But if something is just off, usually Daughter had a security guy show up. There you go. There you go. Good idea. Well, they make a lot of noise. Yeah, and the ankle biters, they're not afraid to grab and bite. They're really not. And they don't like that very much. Bells on your front gate. Ah, see, I've heard that before, that you have some sort of a, like on a fence or a gate or, motion lights. We all need to have motion lights and I don't need them out here because I got no neighbors. Could put a motion light in. Probably wouldn't hurt, but it would probably drive me crazy. Yep. They heard something though. They heard or they felt something. Wow, I bet he's beautiful. I've heard they are absolutely beautiful. Wow. Startled awake. Sounded like tapping. Oh, it could have been that. That's a very similar sound. Yeah, a doorbell, a ring doorbell. That's the ring to see out, to see who's there before they even ring your doorbell, before they're even knocking. And a driveway monitor. And Mr. Fiber and I actually had talked about doing that at our gate at one time. Let me talk to him about that again and see if we might do that. Of course, we have a lock on the gate. We'd also like to know something like, what is the one you get for animals, like to watch deer and all that kind of stuff. From my neighbors, so probably a good mile to 2 miles. Oh yeah, still would freak you out. Absolutely. Trail cam, yes, that's it. I thought about that, hooking that up. That's what we should hook up out here. I just think it would be fun to see what shows up too. Because we got it all out here. There are some motion activated, like, what you call them, like you can get them and they look like an owl or a frog or different things, like gazing balls, that kind of thing that you could put in your. I did it. Now it needs to be washed and blocked, but it's finito. Yeah. I'm so glad it's done. And you can wear it either way. You can wear it where you have that red. I think it's already been claimed. But you could do the red. The red looks good on me. I don't usually look that great in the orange, but I'll show it to you. This side is just slightly bigger too. And you can use it, you can almost use it just to put on your head too. Like, see? I'm thinking it's going to Alicia B because she's wanting something bright for where she lives. So I'm pretty sure she's claimed it. Got to get all my ends in now. But once it is washed and blocked, I'll hand wash it and block it out. So, done, 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 done. Yay, I finished. I might do another one, but I may not make it the same way. I'm thinking I want to do one and have some sort of lace in there to make it like break up the monotony. So I will tell you where I got this. This is from Pawpaw Yarn. This is Daniel's yarn. I bought a whole lot of it, so I'm going to have to use it. And this is one sack, and then I have another sack of more minis. But I bought, at Christmas time, I bought his Advent. So this is all the minis that were in his Advent. So you can't buy them anymore. But that's where I got it. Then there's no name for the colors because they were just by the day. They were Christmas Advent. You know how that works, I'm sure. There's a whole bunch of Advent calendar ones, and I have one by Kay of the Bakery Bears too that I've been wanting to do. Done. I'm so happy it's done. Okay, you guys, I think I'm going to call it. You got me for several hours today. And I have got to get up in the morning because I am going to meet. This is a lady local here to me that used to come, and I used to cut her hair. And she sews. And I'm going to meet her and go and give her a whole bunch of material from the house in town. So I've got to meet her up there at 9 o'clock in the morning. So it's time for me to go and get some rest, let Cerberus out once more for the night, and hunker down because I think Mr. Fiver's probably already gone to bed. Thank you guys. This was a lot of fun. I don't know if I'm going live tomorrow, but I do have a premiere tomorrow. Chelsea and I are premiering clue number 2. Well, I'm premiering clue number 2 of Chelsea and mine. You go outside, Bubby? Yeah, he needs to go out. Of our shawl that we are doing. It is the Seeing Double Mystery Shawl. So you guys, I'll see you for the premiere. Yeah, it's going to be early. Okay. Love you guys. Good night. Have a great weekend. And I'll see you on the YouTube streets, right? And have fun. Okay. He's hollering at me. Thank you for being here, and thank you to the moderators. Thank you to those of you who gave me super chats. Thank you so very much. And those of you that are watching back on replay, I appreciate it so very much. And those of you who are watching from in the attic, I call it. See you all later.